Hi, I'm Pam Allen with Pam's Picks, and this is Vancouver's Best Kept Secrets and Spring Edition. And today we're talking to a home inspector, and David Brighton with Brighton Home Inspections will give us a few cues on how we can prepare our home for sale, how we can maintain our home, just all of the things that we need to know about our property. So let's join David Brighton. Hi, I'm Pam Allen. I'm back with Pam's Picks. This is the Spring Edition. And today I'm with David Brighton, and he is with Brighton Home Inspections.
That's right.
And you do Vancouver?
I do the greater Vancouver area,
Oh,
all
okay.
the GVRD everywhere.
Okay, so you go to Fraser Valley, you go to...
As far as Chilliwack and as far as West Vancouver.
Oh, good, good. So
Anything in between.
And anything in between.
Yeah.
So today we're in Fairview Slopes.
Yeah.
And you were going to give us sort of an idea of why we need inspections, what tools that you use, that sort of thing. So let's start with saying we have two different kinds of construction here. We have wood frame here, and we have concrete across the street.
Right.
So if you were to do a wood frame, tell me what the steps would be.
Well, it's a combination of wood frame and stucco. So there's a couple of different siding materials that need to be assessed. And one of the first things, especially with wood, is that the potential for rot. So as an example, the soil that's coming into contact with the wood there is a potential for moisture to wick up and prematurely destroy the wood. So that's one of the first things we'd be looking at.
Okay.
And then from the stucco aspect, discoloration in stucco, making sure that the flashings are done properly. Depending on the age of the home, it could also be related to rain screening. Has it been applied, or has it been a new application? So those are the things that we look for in wood stucco construction. And then across the street, as far as the concrete goes, we want to make sure, of course, the foundation is in place, that there hasn't been any settlement, particularly on a sloped area. So those are the sorts of things we look for in between the two of those types of buildings.
Okay. Now, the impression is that concrete is impervious to water ingress. And that's probably true, but it's the windows and the framing,
Exactly.
That's where the water gets in,
Exactly.
correct?
So whenever they've had, whether it's windows or doors, that the flashing is done properly, that water ingress isn't taking place. Obviously the lifespan of concrete is much more significant than wood, but those are some of the things, that, particularly around the windows, we want to make sure that they are in place and intact.
Okay. So for those people who don't know what flashing is, do you want to explain that?
Sure. Flashing is the sheet of metal that goes above the window itself, and it directs the water away from the frame itself. So when it is raining or coming into contact with moisture, the moisture isn't getting in behind that area.
So tell me about the tools that you have to use for an inspection.
Well, you know, there's a number of different tools that we use as a standard. One of the things that I'd really like to see is the introduction of thermal imaging. Thermal imaging allows inspectors to identify potential issues like water ingress that aren't visible to the naked eye. So for example, if we had water ingress taking place from the flashing from the exterior and it had not yet come through onto the drywall in the interior, the thermal imaging camera will be able to identify that.
Okay. And so that would be an expensive tool that a home inspector would have to use, correct?
Yeah, the one thing you want to keep in mind is that there's a wide variety of different thermal imaging cameras available. A lot of inspectors don't use that technology. It's important that the purchase that they make is a solid unit that can identify and transfer pictures back into the report, where the client can potentially see where that exact water ingress is taking place. So you don't want the thermal imaging camera that was bought at Canadian Tire. You want either FLIR or Fluke, which are the higher end quality cameras that are available.
Okay. So in addition to the camera, what other tools would you
moisture
would you be
meters,
using?
of course, electrical testers, volt meters as well. And a standard camera as well, to make sure that you can project that information back to the client in the report later on.
Okay. So speaking of the report, so that for the security of the purchaser, the buyer, or even a homeowner who actually does one of these inspections, that's their sort of maintenance manual in keeping the property in good condition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not only is it identifying deficiencies, but it's also giving you tips as to what to use and prevent water ingress from taking place or damage to the home.
Okay, perfect. Well, David, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Very good information. So again, it's David Brighton, Brighton Home Inspections, and your contact information?
You can reach me at brightonhi.com. My phone number is 604-290-5557. If you have any questions about this topic or any other, feel free to give me a call.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, until next time, happy spring.